Alright guys, Georgia just lost an absolute heartbreaker, 68-65 to Arkansas. Georgia led most of the game, and then in the final minutes of the second half, we just got cold and Arkansas got hot. Arkansas played great down the stretch and pulled it away. We were tied 65-65. They went to the free throw line. They hit the first one, then missed the second one, and then rebounded it on and put it back in for a 68-65. I don't really think you could say a walk-off buzzer-beating victory because they had the lead, but oh man, I have no words to describe this one. This one hurts. This is a winnable road game. Georgia had won, really, if you want to be honest, for most of the game, and it fell apart. And I'm not going to blame coaches or players or anything like this. Just a very, very heartbreaking loss for this Georgia basketball team, especially when we have to go play Florida Gators Saturday, and they're like 6 or 5 or 6 or something like that. And it's in the O'Connell Center, a place we haven't won often anyway. So, heartbreaking loss for this Georgia team. Very, very heartbreaking. 3-point shooting was great in the first half, then really just disappeared in the second. Second chance points, Arkansas dominated that all night. If you want to be honest, I think 30 to 35 points they had were second half points. I don't want to blame the fouling. There were some bad calls, but we just got flat at the end of the game. But absolutely heartbreaking loss for Georgia tonight. This one hurts. This might be one of the most hurtful losses I think I've ever experienced as a Georgia fan. I've experienced a lot. You know, last week against Auburn, 22 against Auburn, 2020 Missouri when we were up at halftime. This might be one of the worst losses I've ever experienced, but I still love this Georgia basketball team very, very much. So, go Dogs in our next game versus Florida. Alright guys, what I was saying is that this loss just hurts. It feels like that Missouri game from 2020 where Georgia was up at halftime, up big, and then lost it in the ending. We have to find a way to finish and close these games. I mean, it's just heartbreaking. We have to find a way to close these games out. And it just hurts. This game, it hurts all around. But what can you do though, right? Arkansas showed up in the second half and played better than we did. You could slowly start to see it progress for the first 5 minutes of the second half. Then the first 5 minutes, the second half. You start to see it progress, and then all of a sudden, you know, Georgia's up 15. Then you look, Arkansas's down by 5. Then they're down by 2, and then they have to lead. We couldn't stop them tonight, and it was just a very heartbreaking loss. This one hurts. This one hurts very, very much. And credit to Arkansas because they played great. But this is one you can't put into words. This was a very winnable road game, and we blew it. We blew a very winnable road game. And again, I'm not blaming nobody, but this was a game Georgia should have won, and unfortunately did not. So 68-65 is your final score. Arkansas, like I said, I don't know if you can say walk off because they had to lead by 1 when that free throw went in. But that's their first conference win. They're now 1-5, and we fall to 2-4. Very heartbreaking. I don't even know what to say. It's just a very heartbreaking loss. This one hurts. So go Hoop Dogs. Our next game is Saturday versus Florida. Like I said, great team. They're like number 6. They came back and won today. They came back from 6 points and won on a buzzer beater versus South Carolina, which was a crazy game. They were down the whole game, came back down 6 points with 1 minute left, and hit a buzzer beater to win. But I mean, this is a very hurtful loss for this Georgia team. This one hurts. This one hurts. I don't know what else to say. I really can't describe it. But the final score is Arkansas 68. Our Georgia Bulldogs 65. Georgia lets a very winnable road game slip away, and now we have to figure out. We're gonna have to learn from this one. We're gonna have to learn from this one. This one hurts. Go Hoop Dogs, though. I'll always be a Georgia basketball fan, so go Hoop Dogs, and let's stun Florida, right? Since that's our next game, let's stun the Gators.
Dawgs do the improbable, the unthinkable, the unbelievable. They beat Arkansas and go wire to wire to win the SEC tournament.